Hello guys, this is the Ericsson Enclosure 6330 AC, another AC and a DC. For your idea, this is obviously the small cabinet solution. The three combined are actually, the idea of these three is to have a compatible configuration in terms of AC DC in relation to the 6150. So this is the enclosure we really like to have, but if it's not possible to get up the lumpy cabinet into a church tower, for example, we can install 6 or 3 of these cabinets, or in case of a special size, maybe 1 or 2 in whatever combination you can think of. So I'm gonna explain you guys more about the 6330 for the AC and DC part. So I'm obviously gonna start with the AC, and I will explain this one as the other one is exactly the same, but not as nice as this one. Oh, here you are, it's working. It provides an alarm when the door is open. Push enter and the alarm disappears. Right, so we start with the AC. AC comes in at the bottom, left, right, and will be connected. It's a 3-phase. So 3-phase, normally 3x25 amps at the K1 street cabinet. Open the swinging door, and we have an option with 3 and 4 rectifiers. So normally the cabinet comes with a forward rectifier, and in case of a 3-sector side, we gonna remove that one and we're gonna install a dummy plate. Why? Well, we have 3 phases and 3x25 amps, and having 2 rectifiers on one phase and combined with the other AC cabinet, it can happen that we have 4 rectifiers on one phase, and then it definitely will trip. So if we have 3 phases with 3 rectifiers with a 3-sector side, which is a nice bridge though, then it will be balanced 2 rectifiers per phase. That having said, if we have a 4-sector side, we need to swap phase 1 and 3 on the second AC cabinet. This way we'll make sure that the maximum are 3 rectifiers on one phase, on phase 1 and 3, and 2 on phase 2. Bear in mind, in this case, when there are 4 rectifiers, always have minimum 3x35 amps. Otherwise, again, with 3 rectifiers of phase 1 and 3, it will trip. That having said, electrical safety. So from factory on, that will come like this, and you see a hole of 4 rectifiers. We will install additional breakers in there, because when I would put my fingers in it, there is the DC bar. You see here, you can, and that is a safety hazard. So we're gonna, during the staging, we're gonna add the breakers over there as well. Don't forget to add the alarm cablings as well, the trip alarms to be precise. Next one is cable routing. As you already see, it is awfully small. There is not a lot of space in this cabinet, so it is really important to follow the cable routing really precise. It is about the swinging of the equipment, so if you don't install it properly, then it has consequences. You can think of which ones, but it's also related to the cooling. So the cooling I will explain later. Let's start with the cable routing. So as you can see in the specifications as well, all routing goes from top to bottom to the left, and then it will follow the cable routing over here, over there, and then it goes down. By the way, I have been testing all the fibers over here, the maximum amount. I have not been testing the cable entry, so obviously only the max will be used in the cable entry part. That having said, what you see over here is that there is a bunch of fibers at the back over here. I will open the swinging door again, and then you will see it from the other side as well. Why I'm doing this and why is this very important? Put it back to back and not underneath each other. For the very simple reason is that due to the airflow. We need to have space empty over here for the airflow, the cool air going in, and that is really important for the Cisco node and the microwaves, because that cooling is coming from the side. And if you see over here, the air outlet is on that height. And the point is that if you close the door like this, you will notice that the door will be closing, it will touching this bracket, there's rubber, so all the hot air will be on the top and at the back, and the cold air will be at the bottom and in the front. So again, keep it empty over there. So fiber should not go at the bottom of this bracket, always at the back. Coming back at the airflow, so the traffic node has front to back, that is fine. Keep the traffic node at the back, 19-inch bracket wise, as is the battery, so there is plenty of space and airflow going into it. But as said, the Cisco and the Huawei or traffic nodes or compact nodes, they will go from right to left or from left to right. So always make sure that you turn the indoor unit in such a way that the air goes from the bottom. Otherwise, we having heat problems and we need to go back to site. We have an outage, etc., etc. The next part is, normally you would see here the well-known OVP, the SAW with cabling, and the lovely power cable. Normally they will be installed on these rails. In here again we will remove them. This provides us more space for cabling, routing, but also airflow, and then we don't need them. So bear in mind, every 6330 has them, so this is times 3 in this situation. I almost forgot, coming back to it, is that we discussed the cable routing at the bottom. So this is also applicable for the battery cable, the 789 transmission, 78900 radios, which are prior loads, battery backup. Everything at the bottom doesn't have it. But potentially the baseband also as well. Transmission, and the 6330 DC is also connected because it's also behind the battery. But the alarm cable is going up through the hole, to the back, all the way up, following the cable guidance. Give some more space. Here we are again, and then it's going to the 6610 controller. From the 6610 controller, we're going to the bottom, to the front, going out, and then we're going to the DC version, because normally there is your router for your IP connectivity. Also in the 6330, all cabinets changed the lock for another version, same as 6150. Also we have a base frame, can be ordered, which is this one. Don't forget to install this one, because if you open the door it will tip over. There are also wall mounting brackets, you can order them as well. Last but not least, these dummy 19-inch panels, you can remove them because you don't need them, otherwise there's simply no space for your batteries and your baseband unit. Next in line is the DC. I'll put on the light. I'm doing something wrong. never mind, for now at least. So, to come back, the DC version is actually exactly the same as the 6330 AC version, with the difference is that the swinging frame is completely empty and we will only install the router, the basebands, and potentially microwave. It's 5U. Same story applies over here in cable routing, airflow, exactly the same. What the big difference is that in here is that the DC part. So we have the left part is prior load, which is then connected to the battery in the AC cabinet, and there is a main load. The main load, we completely gonna remove it. So for your information, these kind of DC connections are at the side. Remove them for the simple reason, if electrical safety, it is open on the top and we want to avoid electrocution. Also, two cables which are going to the main bus bar on the top, remove them. Also remove the plastic plate. Remove the main load DC bar. Keep the SPD over there, that doesn't matter. Secondly, what we're gonna do is to make it slightly more safe. Then it's looking like this. You're going to install this plastic, what is it, cable tray. Over here you see a tie wrap, but use two self-tapping screws. I did not have them. Put them exactly in line with the DIN breakers, put the cover on top of it, and you're all done. For now, this is wrong. Don't put it over here. This is the incoming power. Put them on the top. Same like this one, but then on the DC bar, because this is used for a transmission unit. I did not add the cable shoe. Anything else on this perspective? Same routing, 6610. Everything is exactly the same. Nothing more and nothing less. If you guys have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact me and I will answer your questions.